Hello out there on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. How you guys doing this evening? Welcome to another episode of The Anthony Brown Show. I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown. And welcome to this episode called What to Do Wednesdays. Tonight I have a special guest, a return special guest, actually a co-host that's been with us before. He's on the phone with us. He's gonna answer some of these questions that we have tonight. I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell you how you can get in touch with him. And at the same token, if you miss any of the information that he tells you, his information will be found below in the description section at the end of the series. So go ahead.
Hello, everybody. I'm Donallen Lowe. You can find me on Facebook at Donallen Lowe, DONALLEN, LOWE, my last name. And you can also email me at apostledlowe at gmail.com, or you can find me on YouTube at apostledlowe. That's about it. You can find me there.
Okay. So that's Donallen, Apostle Donallen Lowe, not just Donallen Lowe, but Apostle Donallen Lowe.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's calling. He's live with us tonight, but he's from, was it Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas?
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. Okay. So for those of you out there in the Texas area, you may want to look him up and fellowship with him as well. Okay. On tonight's Donallen, you're going to be so surprised, but we have 3 very interesting emails that have come in and these are some tough ones. So here we are, guys. We're going to just jump right into it. The first email comes from Karen, a young lady. Karen, 19 years old, says, "Dear Anthony, I'm a 19-year-old in a 7-month relationship. My boyfriend is so sweet and my family loves him too. Lately, he has been pressuring me to have sex. I'm feeling very uncomfortable because I'm a virgin and want to save myself for marriage. I hate feeling the pressure and do not want to lose him. What should I do?"
Wow. Karen, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you from the natural, I'm going to tell you from the spiritual. I understand you saving yourself. From the natural, I'm just going to say, and it's probably going to be the same thing in the spiritual, stick to your guns. Because maybe there's something, because if it was time for you to do it, there would be a gut feeling. You would have something that would say, hey, maybe this is the one to give my virginity to. Stick to your guns, because you never know. Even though he may be the nicest, sweetest person, a lot of times after people, let me say, get the cookie, they change.
That's true.
They don't call, they don't text. And if he's pressuring you, that's something he wants immediately. He wants that immediate sexual gratification. Stick to your guns, because if he really loves you, if he loves you this way that he says he loves you, then he will understand. He will take his time. He will back up, slow up, understand that this is your principle. This is how you feel, and say, you know what, babe, I love you, and because of the fact that I love you, I'm going to respect your principles. I'm going to respect your body. I'm going to respect who you are, and I'm going to respect what you represent. Because of the fact that I love you, I can wait. We can wait. But if he keeps pressuring you, y'all going to have to seriously have. I said I was going to go to the spiritual, but you know what? The spiritual and the natural is the same thing right now. If he keeps pressuring you, there's going to have to be a serious sit down and a serious talk head. And you're only 19. You know, I know in this modern day and the day of the millennials, it's popular to be fast, to have sex early, to do things early, and people might think you're a late bloomer, or you're a square, or you're a loser because you haven't lost your virginity yet. Trust me, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Losing your virginity early, it's not glamorous. It's not a beautiful thing. The heavens are not going to open up because you had sex. It might be beautiful for you, but you know, it's nothing to lose your head over. Yeah, if he keeps pressuring you, stick to your guns. That's all I'm saying. If it keeps pressuring you, you all are gonna have to have a serious sit down.
I definitely agree with you 100%, Donallen. Karen, and like Donallen said, one, you're only 19 years old. In this day and age with the millennials, a lot of individuals, a lot of kids these days, I mean, they're having sex even at 11, 12, and 13, which is definitely, in my opinion, I definitely agree that and feel that it's not right. And that doesn't necessarily make it right because a lot of people are doing it. And so stick to being your authentic self and being original and care enough about yourself to hold yourself. And if you choose to hold yourself for marriage, then by all means do that. Don't let anyone pressure you to give up your body, because that's your body. You know what I'm saying? So can no one make you do what you don't want to do. And if you don't feel right, by all means do not do it. I mean, even me at my age, you know, when I get into relationships, I tend to make people wait, because you want to have that gut feeling. You want to know deep down inside if he or she is the right one. And like I said, if like Donallen said, if something inside of you haven't given you that nudge to make you feel that this is the one, then maybe they're not the one. Maybe they're not the one, and maybe they've put on a great facade or a lie for so long, and have you and your family both fooled to thinking that they're the one or they're it, and maybe in all actuality they're not. So maybe I would say maybe you leave the person alone. But like you said, maybe sit down and have a one-on-one talk and see where it's going. And if things don't seem to be going in the direction that you want them to go, then by all means, you're young. Move on.
Right. You got plenty of time to date other guys, meet other guys. You got plenty of time. Don't rush it. Please don't rush it. No. And
Definitely
I would say this, Tony, before we close this one out. Don't rush it, because my first child was born when I was 14. So don't rush. Don't rush, because I was trying to do what was popular, and everybody thought I was a square that I was hanging with because I was into church and I wasn't into sleeping around with a bunch of girls and all that other stuff. So I tried to be on the popular tip, and the one time I did it, here come a baby. So, yeah, don't let what's so-called popular, makes you think that you're out of the popular majority.
Okay, that includes Karen. But before we move on from Karen, I want everybody to comment below and let us know what you would do if you were in the Karen situation, and how would you handle the situation, or what advice would you have for Karen. We're going to go on to our next email. This one comes from Steve, 21 years old. It says, Anthony, I grew up in a very religious Christian family all my life. My mom and father are both co-pastors in a community church. I'm at a place in my life when I no longer believe in the Christian faith. How do I tell my family? Ooh.
Wow. Well, that was kind of hard for me, because I'm a Christian, I'm a preacher, so that's kind of hard for me.
Right.
I can give you an answer that's non-biased. My answer that's non-biased to that is, if that's how you feel, if that's what you feel like, listen, because I grew up in a household where religion was forced, where Christendom was forced on. So I feel like I had no other choice. I feel like I had no choice in the matter. I feel like I could not do what I wanted to do. And you're at the age, you're an adult. You're 21. You're an adult now. And you don't want to go through your whole life thinking, I'm not happy in this. I'm not happy because I'm trying to do what mom and daddy want. I'm trying to do what the Christian family wants. I'm trying to do because for a while, I'm not even gonna lie, even in my life, I was just like, I'm questioning religion, I'm questioning Christendom, I'm questioning, because I'm like, it seems made up, a lot of stuff seems up. So, because I never, at a young age, like you, at least you at a young age, is saying, hey, you're questioning it. Because I was brought up in a time, and Anthony can agree with better than to question, because if you question, there was going to be a consequence to the question. And that's the one thing I can say. You know, some of the stuff about millennials is kind of off, but some of the stuff y'all do, I wish you would have been able to do it in our time. Because millennials, y'all younger folks, you question everything. And you don't just go along like sheep led to a struck slaughter. And that's the one thing I do respect about millennials. You all question everything. You don't just sit up and what somebody tell you, you just go along with it because that's what's been said. Because in our time, we just went along with it. Because Bishop Pineapple and Reverend Orange told us it was this way. A lot of times we didn't even go study for ourselves. We didn't read it for ourselves. We didn't look in that same Bible for ourselves. We went because Bishop Pineapple said, and that was it.
Right.
So that's the one thing I do like about you millennials is you question everything. I wish I would have been bold enough, but the house I grew up in, I didn't have that opportunity to be bold enough to question. But if this is how you're feeling, hey, question, go with it. You know, tell your parents, and you know, I know there'll probably be consequences. They'll probably be upset. They'll probably, because they're pastors, they'll probably be, oh, you're turning your back on God, turning your back on, you know, whatever your higher power is, however you feel that, as long as you believe in something, that's all I'm saying. You don't believe in Christendom, you don't believe in the Christian God or the Christian Jesus, as long as you have something, some sort of higher power, even if it's the higher power that's within yourself, and have something. And that's all I have to say.
I'm gonna agree with Donallen. At the same token, even taking you back to your Christian word or your Christian Bible, like I said, it says, "Study to show thyself approved." And and that's one thing that we as individuals or Christians or people that follow the Christian faith is we don't study. And to be honest, I mean, I can ask yourself or ask yourselves, how many times this week alone have you picked up the Bible and actually read it? From Sunday to Sunday, how many times have you actually picked up the Bible and studied the Word? And I'm sure the answer is zero. You know, and the only time that it is picked up is that Sunday when you're sitting in church when the pastor says, turn to chapter so and so or turn to verse so and so. But other than that one time in church, you don't pick up the Bible. So you're not even studying your own Bible to show thyself approved. So you're not even following your own Christian word. So how can you follow something if you're not following what it says to do? You know, so at the same token, so why be in something if you're only going to be half-assed in it? You know, so my thing is definitely seek to find truth. And Donallen understands. I had this conversation with Donallen a while back, but it's been about a year since I myself have walked away from the whole Christian, the Jesus thing, and it's because I was writing a book, and my book was called Choose Ye This Day Whom You Will Serve. And in my research on searching for true Christianity and to prove certain things in Christianity, in the Jesus faith or the Christian faith, I found a lot of false things or things that didn't match up or didn't measure up. So, and as a result, I walked away from the Christian faith and the Christian walk of life. And I realized that, like he said, sometimes you got to find a higher power, even if that power is within you, you know. So my thing to you, Steve, is I would say, you know, continue seeking, you know, seek truth and seek, you know, whatever it is you need to find. Because think about it, you're probably, like I said, you're studying Christianity, and because you're studying Christianity only because it was forced upon you. Yet at a childhood, you were saying your parents told you, let's pray. You know, in school they probably said, let's bow your heads and let's say grace. You know, as a child, you got dressed and went to Easter. So only thing you knew is what was introduced to you, and that was Christianity. You've never really studied any other religions out there, and there's over 4,000 different types of different religions in the world. You've only studied one. So who's to say is if the one that you're in is the right one? There's 3,999 more to study. You know, wouldn't it be something to worship the way you're worshiping all your life and to die and go and still go to hell because you studied the wrong one? But who's to say? So yeah, continue studying, continue seeking, and find a greater power, even if it is within yourself. That's my thing. But for you viewers out there, there's probably straddling the fence or torn between the religion and not religion. I need to hear from you. Comment below and let me know what you think about the situation and what you would tell Steve and how would you handle the situation. We're going to move on to our third and final letter. The third letter comes from Susan, a 39-year-old from Alabama. 39 years old, Susan. And Susan says, I'm married now for 15 years to my high school sweetheart and the love of my life. Oh, so sweet. We have 3 beautiful children together. I've recently come home and found my husband unexpectedly having sex with his best friend, another male.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay.
He has no idea that I seen him because I just left, shocked, and cried. I'm devastated. What should I do?
I'm going to take a bet. That is hard, but I'm going to take a bet at that.
Okay.
What's her name there?
This is Susan.
Susan. My heart is with you, Susan. I'm going to say it like this. You say, what should you do? First of all, you need to have a blunt conversation with your husband and ask him, are you gay?
Wait, I thought you was gonna say she needs to have a blunt. Oh, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, she need one of those too. You need to have a blunt conversation with your husband. Ask him, are you gay? Are you bisexual? What is your sexuality? How long have you known this? Have you always known? We got married. Did you know that, because I can understand, I don't know what it's like, but I can understand with you being a female, you're like, wow, it kind of goes to that movie Cover. I don't think there's a movie you really need to watch called Cover. In the movie, the wife basically said, and I can understand, you're a female, there's nothing you can do to compete with your husband or with a man. So you're trying to figure out, is he gay? Is he bisexual? Is he like what? Just sit down and have a conversation. Are you gay? Are you bisexual? What are your proclivities? What do you like? What does this leave us? Are you really attracted to me, or do you like both? Or just basically that's a heavy conversation, but it's a conversation that needs to be had.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Do you like me? Are you attracted to me, or are you attracted to me sexually, or are you attracted to both? Are you attracted? Is this something that's going to continue, or is this something that you only experimenting with? It's basically a broad conversation that needs to be had. Like, is it something you're experimenting with? Is it something? Because on the other flip side of that, my first ex-wife, I came home, caught her with someone, and I did the same thing. I walked out, didn't say anything, didn't make any noise, she didn't even know I was there. So it's a different situation because he was with a man. I'm just being honest. This is a totally different situation because at least she was with a male, so you can do something about that. But this is a totally different situation. It's just a big conversation needs to be had. A huge conversation. You need to sit down. Since you say he does not know, this is the best way to do it. Cook a big dinner. Cook a nice dinner. Sit down. Let him enjoy the food. Don't poison him now. Come on now. Don't do nothing drastic to the food. Just cook regular food. Sit down. Have a conversation, Susan. And while he's eating, that's always the best time to catch it, especially us men. Because because, am I right, Tony? Because you know they say, the best way to a man's heart is through his what?
Stomach.
Yeah. So it's the best way to best.
I disagree. I think the best way to a man's heart is through his crotch.
Oh, well, my best way is through my stomach and my crotch, but we.
Oh, okay.
But because if you keep me full and happy, my crotch gonna be happy, and then you gonna be happy too.
Exactly.
But, I'm not trying to laugh. I'm just saying. Yeah, have a conversation while he's eating. Y'all have the conversation. And if he tells you, hey, and if he comes up with that line that most so-called straight men do, I'm really not gay. I'm just doing something, or that was something I was trying, or it only happened one time. Really probe, because a lot of men come up with that, and a lot of times it's a straight up lie. I ain't gay. I just, I was trying something. I'm not gay. I only love you. I'm only attracted to you. So just have a broad conversation. That's all I can say.
I'm gonna say, Susan, definitely a conversation needs to be had, because what it sounds like, the fact that you're even asking what should I do tells me that there's a possibility that you even want to stay and try to fix what has been broken, because he's already crossed the boundary and established unfaithfulness. He's broken the trust. He's broken the bond. He's broken the loyalty. So he has definitely crossed the lines in a major way. Not only did he cheat, he cheated with a male.
In your house.
He cheated in your house, and he cheated with a male. Okay. So I think the line has been crossed so many ways. Personally, I think if I was a female, if I was in your shoes, I would definitely. I was in your shoes once. I had a situation similar. I didn't catch my mate. I was in a relationship. I came home, and no, I'm sorry. I was working, and my partner, my mate, he came to pick me up from work. And when he came to pick me up from work, we got home. I noticed he had a hickey on his neck where someone had sucked his neck, and there was a hickey there. And I know I didn't put it there. So, and when I saw it, I asked about it. At first, he tried to play dumb and stupid and make up every excuse in the world, but there was no excuse for that. So then he finally came clean and told me the truth that another male put it there. And I said, well, what I did was I said, okay, let's go in the room. He's like, well, we're gonna fight. I said, no, we're not gonna fight. I don't fight. Let's go in the room and let's pack. He says, pack? Well, where are we going? I said, we're not going anywhere. You are. You're leaving. And so you're going back to the person that who put the hickey on your neck, because I can't sleep with you. I no longer trust you. I no longer trust you, because I feel that at that point you've now jeopardized me, my life, and my safety and my health. Because who's to say whether or not they had sex unprotected or unprotected, or if they even had sex? But nevertheless, the fact that you have a hickey on your neck and I didn't put it there, you need to leave here. So that's how I handled it. Maybe many of you wouldn't have handled it that way, or would have handled it in a different way. But that's how I handled it, and I was devastated, because at that point we had been in a long-term relationship, had established a lot together, and then you were willing to jeopardize and risk all of it just for one night or so of sex, or a jump in the bed. So yeah, definitely, as Donallen say, in your case, because the fact that you asked what should you do tells me that there's a possibility that you want to be there, and you want to stay, and you want to try to make the marriage work. So definitely sit down with your spouse, get some type of understanding, some type of closure, some type of where is it going? Maybe even seek counseling. Marriage counseling. If you didn't mention in your letter if you were religious or Christians or anything, but if you are, talk to your pastor. If you aren't, seek marital counseling. But do something. Don't just let it ride, and don't let him think that he got away with something. Definitely have a conversation. That's all I have to say, Susan. So I wish you and the other two people who emailed in the best of luck in your situations. And again, for the viewers who's watching this, I need you to comment below and let me know what you would do in the situation, or what you think Susan should do in this situation if you are in her shoes. You have anything else you want to say, Donallen? Because that concludes our 3 emails for tonight.
No, that was excellent. I enjoyed myself. And thank you for letting me be a part.
No problem. Again, viewers, Donallen's information will be found below in the description section below. If you want to reach out and contact him. Do you still do your Sabbath worship on internet?
I will start back on November, and the first Saturday in November, every Saturday Sabbath at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
There you have it. So you can also follow his ministry, his services.
It's on my Facebook Live.
The information is on your Facebook? Okay, so the information on his Facebook, so you can catch him there and catch all his information. But again, all his information will be found below. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Click the bell, and clicking the bell gives you a notification, so every time we post any new videos, you'll automatically be notified. Hit the thumbs up, which is the like button. That lets me know that there's content here and you see any value, and we will continue doing what it is that we're doing. And most importantly, in the center of the screen, click the share button. By clicking the share button, that allows you to share this video on your social media so that all of your friends can see what's going on in our crazy world over here on the Anthony Brown Show. So until next time, until next week, you guys have a beautiful evening, and thank you for viewing.
Good night, everybody.
Take care. You guys have a wonderful evening. Love you guys. Bye-bye.